Most tennis players don't need to practice more. They need to practice better. I think that the reason that most of us are getting stuck at a certain level is not because we're not willing to put in the hard work. I think it's because we're practicing the wrong things. I think that most of us are practicing the things that we enjoy, and not actually the things that are costing us matches. And the result of that is that we leave a practice court feeling productive about what we've achieved, but then when we get back on the match court at the weekend, the same problems appear over and over again. We're not able to solve them. So if practice is working, then why do these same problems keep appearing in our matches? I started to realize this when I started competing again, and the realization that I had is that competition does really expose reality. It exposes the habits, the weaknesses, and the patterns that we exhibit when we're under pressure. And these tournaments that I've played have really showed me the areas of my game where I need to be working on improvement. I think the universal lesson here is that most of us already know what's costing us matches, whether it's poor serving, poor returning, poor footwork, movement, not committing to hitting the ball properly. I think the specific reason doesn't matter, but the principle here does. So if these problems are showing up in matches and you're not spending specific time on the practice court to resolve them, then you're probably practicing the wrong things. So for me, I think the question is to stop asking, what do I feel like practicing today? To stop falling into those habit routines and start asking, what skill do I need to develop that's going to make me a stronger competitor in my next match? Let the competition decide what it is that you're going to work on, and then build your practice sessions around solving those real problems. So in terms of the identity connection here, like every practice session that you participate in is reinforcing something. Okay, every repetition is building a habit, because tennis is a habit-based sport, and those habits are defining you as a player. So again, the question is, are you becoming the player that you want to become through identifying the patterns and the habits that you need to be working on? So my takeaway from this is that the best players don't necessarily practice more. I think the key is that they practice what really matters the most. So the competition is what is giving us the feedback. If we're analytical and we're able to look objectively at what's happening on the match court, and then the practice is where we're able to act on that feedback to create new habits, new patterns that will then translate to better results on the match court. So my final thought here is don't ask how many balls am I hitting today. Ask what problem am I solving today in this practice session.